It's the grandson of Right Thought. Did y'all know that in order to call something good or bad, you have to judge it? In order for you to decide if something is right or wrong, you have to judge it. And the Most High, he said he doesn't judge the way that man judges. We also read that the flesh is enmity with God. So there's a war going on that we read about in the scripture, the spiritual war. And it's God versus the flesh. The invisible versus the visible. The seen versus the unseen. And the Most High gives us these little clues into how he sees things, in order to teach us the true way to look at things, you see? So that we won't be his enemies any longer. We won't be fighting against the kingdom anymore. You understand that? So he tells us that he judges differently than we do. And then he tells us how. He says, because y'all look at the outside to judge. But the Most High, he says, I don't judge that way. I judge by the heart and the reins. I judge on the inside, the invisible things you can't see. That's how I judge. Now remember, to say whether something is good or bad, we're judging it. That's what judging is, to say whether something is something or it isn't. In order to do that, we must judge it. You see? If you say something is bad, you've judged it. If you say something is good, you've judged it. So the Most High judges us based upon our inner workings, or as he says, our heart and our reins. So he's telling us that's the true way to do it. That's the true way to judge. And then we read about a righteous, just one who will come in the end times, named the branch, who will not judge with his eyes, or the seeing of his eyes, or the hearing of his ears. So then Abba says, I'm going to send my servant named the branch. It's not just anybody named the branch. It's the Most High's servant. And he judges the way God judges. If you read it, he does the same thing God does. He judges righteous judgment. And it says that about him. It says he shall judge righteous judgment. Because he doesn't do like you guys do. So when he meets a person, he will not judge them by what he's heard about them, nor what he's heard come out their mouth, nor what he sees. He's going to judge them by the heart and the reins of that person, so he can judge them righteously. You see, we are born into ignorance. So a lot of us sometimes do good or do bad things with good intentions. We didn't know that it was going to turn out bad when we did it. We had a good intention, but it turned out bad. Well, that was our ignorance. We didn't know. You see, but once we learned, we said, okay, yep, I learned that. Don't do that. I thought I was doing something right, but I wasn't. You see? So somebody could misconstrue what you did and say, well, you did something bad, therefore you are bad. Y'all hear that? So that's the turmoil that we have within ourselves when we do things. We're judging ourselves unrighteously. Because we've been taught that by our parents who were judging unrighteously. Don't you see? We did something wrong and our parents said, you're bad, you're stupid. They labeled you based on what you did, even though your intention may not have been bad. Instead of judging you on your intention. You see? So for instance, let's say you have a child. That child wakes up early in the morning. You have an off day. You're off. So you're sleeping in. When your child gets up early, making a bunch of noise in the kitchen, banging around, trying to make you breakfast. Well, you come in there all pissed off. Why are you making all this goddamn noise? The kid sitting there, drops the pancake mix all over the floor. They're scared shitless. They're like, what? I was just trying to make you, you're pissed off. Well, you're making all that noise. I'm trying to get some sleep. Wait till I wake up. You see? You didn't judge the intentions of what the child was doing. The child was trying to do something innocent and loving. So judge them based upon that. You see? And if we always do that, then we'll always have the right judgment call. Y'all see that? Think about what the Most High said is precious to him. He's talking about the woman, and he says, you women, you're all caught up in the braiding of the hair. Listen at the words carefully so you can understand the mind of God. You're all caught up in the clothing, Look at his words. The braiding of your hair, the plaiting of the hair, it calls it. You're caught up in wearing makeup and trying to look beautiful outwardly, but the Most High is concerned with the hidden. Isn't that what it says? The hidden man of the heart? Isn't that what it say? Hidden? A quiet, meek spirit, which is invisible. Quiet, meek spirit, which in the eyes of the Most High is of a high price. That's a high value woman. A woman who has a quiet, meek spirit. Inner workings. She's calm in the inside. She doesn't lash out on her emotions and illogical. That's more value than a woman that look good on the outside but has no self-control on the inside. Is loud, braggadocious. She's not quiet. So you see how it's about being deceived by what you see? So if you listen to Abba, then when you went out in the world, you wouldn't be looking at the braiding of the hair and the clothing and the fine apparel that the woman got on. You'd be looking for the inner workings like he told you, which if you found it, then you would find something of a high price, correct? But you ain't looking inside. You watching a girl that you met that was the life of the party, that was twerking, that was the hot girl, that was drunk, that was on the molly, ready to have a good time with you and all your friends. So that ain't the one for you. That's a low value woman. You see? But y'all can't understand it because y'all don't judge righteous judgment. So he had to send his servant, who's named the branch, to judge righteously. So he could tell you guys. So he could show you. Why do you think I make videos about the way I'm talking? And about how you're going to be in error if you listen to how I'm talking and not what I'm saying. Then in the intention of the words. Now I'm going to ask you, if I'm not getting paid to do this, if I'm not getting laid to do this, then why am I doing it with such great passion then? What is causing me to do it, guys? Search my heart and see what you find. If I'm not getting paid money, if I'm not doing it for some deceitful lust reasons, then why am I doing it? Then that will exclude what you hear with your ears. You will understand why. And then you will say, well, the end result of this is that the man is passionate about bringing people to the truth and that nothing else matters. That's all he's talking about. And he's so passionate about it that it just pours out of the man. So that means that his heart is filled with love for his people, for love for the people of God, to bring them home, to bring them out of their ignorance, to bring them out of their wrong thinking. The grandson of right thought is bringing you out of your wrong thought, your wrong judgment, not knowing how to price things correctly, how to value them correctly. When you meet somebody, you befriend them because what? They give you an edge in the world. They give you more attention. They bring more attention to you. Or what? They're wealthy, so you're able to do fun things. Those are the reasons why you befriend people and have colleagues and acquaintances. Instead of this person tells me the truth. That's why I'm their friend. They never lie. They are loyal. They keep their word. They keep their bond. They don't break that. That's why they're my friend. How many of you got friends that you say that about them? That you can honestly say it? And if you can't honestly say it, then the question is, well, why are they your friend? Do you see why it says the righteous will be cut off from the rest of everybody else? They will be cast out. You will be cut off from society. Do you see why? Because you're looking for something real. Well, how can people pick the real thing if they don't even know? They don't know they're judging it wrong. And your enemy who knows this just keeps giving you the 3D to deceive you. Because obviously Abba's not concerned with the 3D. He keeps telling you he's not. That's what Yahusha came to teach you guys. You were all in error. And he came to show you that it's spiritual. If I'm on the Sabbath day and you say don't do any work, then you want to kill me if my brother who is handicapped, I heal him on the Sabbath because you said I did some work. So you're accusing me of breaking the commandments even though I'm loving my brother by helping him on the Sabbath, which is the greater thing to do. And y'all say I'm wicked for doing that. You see how y'all can't judge righteous judgment? You can't look at why I'm doing it. Why am I helping my brother? He says, which one of you has a brother that a donkey falls in a ditch and you don't go help him out on this, help him get it out on the Sabbath day? If y'all can do that, but y'all won't help your brother because you say that's working. You see? You see? Excuse me, I misquoted that. Let me rephrase that. He said, which one of you has a sheep or a donkey or livestock, in other words, that falls into a ditch and you don't go get it out? So he's saying you will go get your own sheep if it falls in a ditch. On the Sabbath day, you'll do it, but you won't help your brother and make him whole on the Sabbath day because you consider that to be work. Hypocrites. And you wonder why he calls them hypocrites, because they don't judge righteously. They don't judge righteously. Many a time, somebody is trying to do something kind, and because you don't think it's kind, you condemn them. Because you consider it not kind. Instead of searching their heart and saying, I see what they were trying to do. Y'all won't do that. I can see what they were trying to do. See? What is that, what they were trying to do? How do you express that with 3D? You can't. You can't. You can't bottle motivation and show it to somebody. You can't do it. It's an invisible thing. Don't y'all understand it? It's like oxygen. When you go, and you take a big breath, you can feel the oxygen going into your lungs, but you can't see it. But it fills your lungs. Just like motivation. There is something that's filling you up that calls you to do the thing you're doing. Well, that thing that fills you up is what Abba looks at. You see? And you can't get deceived when you're looking at that. You can't get tricked. I told y'all, I know a lot of people not going to like it when I say stuff like, y'all putting y'all videos on Patreon, and that's filthy lucre. Talking about join me on Patreon. They have to pay, and you have to get a membership to follow somebody on Patreon. Well, how come y'all are doing that? And then y'all want to blame it on YouTube. Well, YouTube is censoring, so I can say things on Patreon I can't say here. But yeah, people got to pay you, though. People got to pay you. So you got to receive money in exchange for information. And I know people are not going to like that. Well, the thing is, all you have to do is ask the person, why? Why, if you can just do it like how I'm doing it right now, then why are you choosing to do that? Why are you choosing to get people to be a member and to pay you a membership to do it? That's the question that you'll have to answer to Abba. Because did Abba tell us to do that? No, he didn't. He said, freely you have been given it, freely give. Freely give. So freely give of it. Whatever you got from the Most High. Whatever Abba gave you, you got to freely give it because he gave it to you freely. So if you charge somebody, then we have to search your heart and say, well, why are you charging people? Huh? You have to leave it up to people's hearts. You have to just say, hey, if y'all wanted to, if y'all decide in your heart you want to help a brother out, help him out. Y'all can help me if y'all want to, but I'm not going to say that's the only way you're going to hear my voice is if you subscribe to this and be a member of my channel and all this other shit. You ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to do a damn thing because then that wouldn't be freely giving it to you, would it? All right, then. So you see what I mean? All you have to do is say, why are you doing that, brother? Why? Because this is the reason. And then let that be how you judge it. The reason, not what he did. The reason why. Do y'all understand that? Now, while we on this subject, I want to explain something to y'all that's very, very, very deep. This is spiritual, what's happening. The Most High said, I will not do this by any other way, but by my spirit. I'm going to deliver and save by my spirit. Y'all hear that? Do you hear it? Well, that's an invisible thing, correct? See how it's always invisible? So how is the Most High going to save you? Well, how is he going to deliver the children of Israel out of their bondage? Well, the truth is how. Now let's see if that's how the children of Israel were delivered out of bondage the first time. They were in Egypt. Moses was separated from the Israelites, taken out into the wilderness for 40 years. So had the burning bush experience, and Abba revealed his name to Moses. Now, when Moses came back to the Israelites, Moses asked the Most High, he said, when I go back to the Israelites, who should I tell them has sent me? And he said, I am. So he's bringing the name of God to the Israelites. And then they come out of bondage. Now, I'm an Israelite. I was just living on earth thinking that God's name was God and Jesus and Christianity and the white boy, Caesar Borgia, tunic boy on a cross, 3D boy, and all of that. That's what I thought. But then Abba, through his spirit, revealed to me, no, my son, my name is I am. And then I went, well, how can I get out of talking about me when I use your name, Father? He says, that's the trick. Now you're free. And I said, I'm free. He says, watch this. If somebody puts you in bondage, then how will you get out? I am free. See? Now, what did you used to say, my son? Well, I used to say whatever the 3D told me to say. You see how you were in bondage? You said, oh, I'm locked up. Remember that song by Akon? I'm locked up. They won't let me out. Oh, they won't let me out. I'm locked up. Y'all remember that? So wait a minute. Let me sing me a new song. I'm free today. I'm free today. Okay. I'm free today. And then it set me free. And I said, well, wait a minute. This works with everything? He says, well, what do you usually say? I usually say I am and then something negative. Well, let's try the new thing that I've just set you free with, which is my name. I am healthy. Oh, wow, it's working. I am free. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And it set me free from all the things that were hindering me. Now, if you use his name with all the right things, will it set you free from every wrong thing? If you I am? Yes. So then do you see it? He says, I'm going to do it with my spirit. So spiritually, Moses came to me in the spiritual sense and brought the name of the Father, like Moses did to the Israelites who were in bondage. Do you see? And gave me the name. And then I came out of bondage and I had to go through a series of wilderness to try that, which means test that. The wilderness is to test my I am, to see if I still believe God, my Father. So then, I get locked up. Do you still believe I am free? Yes, I do. That's the wilderness test. I am free. And then free. Okay, wait, I don't have no food today. Uh-oh. Are you starving? Nope, I am fed. I am well fed. I am provided for. Oh, and then I got it. Oh, you see? So the circumstances 3D, all Satan got to attack me with, see how we're not ignorant of his devices, is the 3D. So what does that mean? Listen close, all of y'all. Listen real close. That means all he got is beautiful women, good food, things that smell good, things that look good, things that physically feel good. That's all he has. And once you know that, then you stop letting that move you. You stop letting that sway how you feel. You start letting Abba's grace be sufficient for you in your life. Y'all think y'all have to have a ribeye steak with A1 sauce every night. Sometimes you have to be content with your bitter herb. That may be all you had that day. And sometimes you may have to be content, just as content as you would be if you had the ribeye with the A1. You see? The sparrows, man, they got nests. They neither toil nor spin. They don't work no job. But the Most High feed them every day. Am I not worth more than many sparrows? So let me ignore the 3D. Now let's see if it's about ignoring the 3D. Christ was on the waves and he said, peace be still, while everybody else was terrified. So did Christ pay attention to the 3D or not? So once again, what is he teaching us? So all the things in the 3D Satan uses to trick you, like, don't listen to the prophets of God. They yell. They use harsh language when they're talking to you. So don't listen to them. That's the only reason you got not to listen? It's because they are stern and austere and will check you to your face about your sin? That's the only reason not to listen. Not because they lie. Not because they will deceive you, not because they'll trick you, not because they'll try to sneak in your house and lay with your woman, not because they'll try to do something strange to your kids, not because they'll try to rob you or steal money from you or embezzle funds from you, not because they'll try to stab you in the back, not because they'll try to separate you from your friends, not because of gossiping, not because of any of that stuff, but just because he points out your sin and he uses harsh language. That's the only reason you shouldn't listen. Now, when did God say to not do that? That's all I want y'all to answer to me. When did he say don't listen to the prophets because of how they talking? When he know they using harsh language. They saying things like, you gonna be destroyed, y'all. Y'all don't repent. Y'all whole earth, y'all whole land gonna be destroyed. Y'all gonna be kicked out. Y'all wives gonna be prostitutes. And men are gonna ravish your wives before your eyes. Happy is he who dashed your babies against the stones. You don't think that's gonna make somebody want to kill you if they say... People that kill your babies and smash them against the stones are going to be happy to do that. You think people are going to be happy to hear you say that to them? No. But if it's true, you must say it. And you're putting your life on the line. And greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. And that is what we are doing when we speak the truth of God to you at the risk of you wanting to kill me. It's me saying, it don't matter, my brother, even if that's what it takes. If that's what it takes is I have to give my life for it, then I'm willing. I must be willing, because I won't be worthy of Christ if I am not. And I must be worthy of Christ. I have to be. And if you don't feel that passion like that about being one with Christ, then so be it. Then that's for you. Then that's for you. But I can only fall at the feet of my master who saved me. The one who came to me within me and said, hey, this is the true way. I will be patient and loving with you. I'll be kind and I'll never leave you. No matter what I do, no matter what I've done, you'll never leave me. I'll never leave you or forsake you. And he had never lied to me. And I've tested his words and I found them all to be true, which drove me closer to his bosom. It drew me closer to his bosom. I'm safe with you. My Savior, I am safe here with you. Only you, because you're the only one who doesn't lie. All the rest are trying to be you. We are all in this world waiting for the arrival of an antichrist. Somebody who thinks they're you, my master. Somebody who thinks they are Messiah the Christ and they are not. And the world will accept him. Why? Because he speaks nice, beautiful words to you. So you accept him? But you don't judge the heart and the reins. What does it say? His words are smooth as oil. But he had war in his heart. And y'all can't see the war in the heart because you're looking at the smooth words, you silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. We put childish things away. So we can't be tricked no more. And we know Satan's devices, which is nothing but the 3D. So guess what, brother? Watch how easy this shit is. You got a problem with lust. So then 9 times out of 10, there's going to be women in the 3D used to try to allure you. But if you know that's what it is, wait a minute. That's what Satan's going to keep using against me. My eyes. So let me search the scriptures and see. Well, here in the scriptures I read of a man who says, I have made a covenant with mine eyes to not look upon a maiden. Okay, let me do the same thing with my eyes then. Since they're giving me the problem, let me make a covenant with them to not look upon a maiden. Let me stop lusting. Because Christ said, even if I don't physically go lust, if I lust in my heart, see the invisible thing that he saw? You see? Then I've already committed adultery if I lust in my heart first. Which is what we all do. We all imagine it first. Well, if we do it in the imagination, then Abba Yah saw it and he judged it. You see? Like how a doctor says, this is good for you. And he sticks a syringe in your arm and he puts something in your body that's not good for you. Then here we go. He had murder in his heart. He had war in his heart, but he spoke nice words. So y'all either want to be on the world side, the enemy side, the flesh side, the 3D side, or you want to be on the inner side, because that's what Christ said. The kingdom of heaven cometh not with outward observation, for the kingdom of heaven is within you. Christ be in you unless you fail to meet the test. Father, be as you are in me, let them be in me, and we be one. It's all about being inside of you. The temple is the body is the temple of God. It's all about being in you. But y'all to keep looking outside and judging outward. Well, if a righteous man means a temple that has God's spirit in it. Now, can you see God? No. So then how do you know if God's spirit is in a man's temple? If you're not able to discern spiritual things, then how do you know if God is inside of a man's temple? If you can't discern spiritual, if you can't judge the way God judges. the inward. If you can't do that, then how do you know if God is in a man? And then vice versa. If you can't see the inside, then you can't see if the devil is sitting on the throne of a man neither then. And that's how y'all get tricked. That's how you get tricked. Y'all want to add on traditions of men. Y'all want to add on things to God's righteousness. When we speak, what did God say? Don't lie. That's his commandment. When you speak, don't lie. Why y'all add all this other stuff to it? Why y'all do that? Instead of just, y'all can't even follow this simple commandment he gave, and y'all want to add new ones on to keep. Adding on more. What did Yahushua say? What did Christ say, man? Y'all add on heavy burdens, this heavy. But you won't lift one finger to do this shit your damn self, though. Hypocrites. And that's why they do it. What did Christ say? He said they do everything to be seen of men. See, they do everything 3D, in other words. 3D. God, can y'all hear this? Can you hear it, Israel? Can you hear it? I mean, whoo, boy. When y'all have a get-together, y'all who believe the Bible, what do y'all think when y'all hear the grandson of right start talking to y'all? Y'all don't say, man, if that brother was around the table with us, I think that would be a good thing. Or do y'all say that would be a negative thing? Because if you say it would be a good thing, then spread the message then. Stop being scared. Oh, I know I got friends that should be listening to this type of stuff, but I'm scared because they might think I'm crazy because that nigga on there hollering. He talking about he gonna cut people back like a Pez dispenser and he's gonna spray his sniper rifle and shoot your Cinderella slippers on your feet and all this shit. Not paying attention to all the fruit hanging on the tree. Y'all can eat on my tree all day long. I got all kind of fruit hanging that you can eat from. Why? Because I bring you the truth, and I'm not bringing nothing added to it. I'm not adding no stuff in. I told you what Moses said. I am. Okay, because the children were calling him God Almighty before that. They didn't know his name was I am, so he said, I revealed it now to you, and you're going to reveal it to them for all generations. To save them from their bondage. So Abba's saving them by giving them I am back. They're their identity. See? So if I'm an Israelite, like I said, and today I'm saying I am, and I'm saying the truth after it, that means I've been delivered from my bondage. The same way that Moses did it. The name of I am. Read and see if that's what he told them. I am hath sent me. And what was Most High trying to do with Moses the whole time? Show him that he was one with him. Moses was struggling the whole time with it. So I bet people thought he was cocky when he stood up there and he lifted that staff and the Red Sea parted. And they said, wow, look at Moses. Look what he can do. And Moses the whole time was kicking against the pricks like, I can't talk good. I don't know if I'm the right guy for the job, man. Send my brother with me at least to help me and be my spokesman for me. Doubting it. He said, I have made you as God before the people. Y'all don't read that? As God. Why? I am. He can't separate himself from I am. So I've made you as God. Now, when you go tell them I am. You're coming in my name. See? You're coming in my name. So I do the same thing today. We're liberating the Israelites that are scattered. I am. You see? I am. So while the whole world is going, oh, it's turmoil, and we're poor, and there's pestilence and disease, and we're all gonna die. It's war and all this other stuff. We're saying, I am peaceful. I am blessed. I am at rest. I am saved and sanctified. Thank you, Abba Yah. Thank you, I am, the great I am. Thank you, Father, for revealing your truth, for revealing yourself to us. Thank you. So, like I said, man, y'all judge righteous judgment, or you can judge unrighteous judgment as a man and a woman does. Or you can be like the Most High Yah. You decide. Silawam.